Sir, you can start, sir.
Okay, madam.
You can start, sir.
Okay, madam. What start pallama?
Start pannalam.
Shall I?
Yes, please.
Okay. Yeah, very good morning to all. Honorable Chairman, Secretary, Admin, Secretary Academic and Finance, respected Principal, Honorable Speaker, Head of the Department, faculty members and students. A very warm welcome and good morning to you all. It takes immense pleasure in introducing our speaker, Dr. Dr.Doreen, Director, Computational Intelligence Research Foundation, Chennai. She received her B.Tech in Information Technology from Madras University, Chennai, ME in Computer Science and Engineering from Anna University, Chennai, and Ph.D. in Computer Science and Engineering from Anna University. Her research interests include parallel and distributed computing, peer-to-peer computing, grid computing, cloud computing, and big data analytics. Previous positions include professor and head at Loyola ICAM College of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Information Technology, assistant professor at the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Chennai, teaching research associate at the Department of Computer Science, Anna University, Chennai, and assistant professor at the Department of Information Technology, SSN College of Engineering, Chennai. She has published about 30 papers in international and national journal and conferences. She is a life member of ISTE. She is a reviewer for Computer and Electrical Engineering Journal and Future Generation Computer Science Journal. She had been the resource person for the workshop on digital classroom, big data analytics using Hadoop, data science using Python, machine learning, deep learning, cognitive learning, software testing. On behalf of Department of Computer Science and Engineering, MNM JAIN Engineering College, I welcome you all for this webinar. Thank you, ma'am. Now I hand over the session to madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the warm welcome. And on behalf of Computational Intelligence Research Foundation, I would like to thank MNM JAIN Engineering College, especially the Department of Computer Science of Engineering, for having invited me to give a webinar on Python for data science. And very specially, I would like to thank the coordinators, Professor Vijay Bhaskaran sir and Professor Dinakaran sir. Right, we are going to start a session for Python for data science today. So we have got almost 160 plus participants viewing through the YouTube live channel. All right. And now we are going to start off with a session. A very warm welcome to all the participants for watching this session. So we will be getting the best insights, I do suppose. So whenever you have a questions, you can post the questions using your live chat. Okay. Okay, now we are going to start off with a session. How are you all doing? If you're happy or you're sad or you're most excited, you can give your response in the live chat. Here, you're able to hear me? Very good morning to one all present here. We are going to start off with the session. So whenever you've got questions, you can post your questions in the live chat. Thank you. So you're happy. Thank you, Varun sir. Is my voice audible? Most excited, Bhaskaran sir. Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you. Happy. You're normal. Okay. Happy. Doing well. Thank you so much for all your responses, right? So we are happy to have you here on your session today. Okay. So to start off with the session, Python for data science. All right. So we're going to, what is that reflects in your mind when you hear the word data science? Okay, this is going to be a active session. Whenever I'm going to ask questions, you are going to respond back. Yes. What is that you think that is data science? So we are going to see the word about data science, we are going to see about the word Python, and progressively we move on. Is it audible? Yeah, I'm audible. Thank you so much. Yes, what does that reflects in your mind when you hear the word data science? Collect the data using the sciences. Thank you, Varun sir. You're always the first to respond. Thank you. Let me wait for other participants. We have got more than 200 participants. Thank you. So the word data science, okay, what does the word data science means? You're studying about the data. Thank you so much. Okay, so the data science is the study of data, as you all said. Yes, science related to data, gathering of information. Thank you, Pawan sir. Managing data, Shanti ma'am, storing data. Yeah. Thank you so much for all your response. So I'm going to try to give you the data science is the study of data, right? It's the study. You have got enormous data in the world. Now you see during this COVID, everything is digital data, right? Everything we move around is of a digital data, right? It is like before which we have a lot of traffic on the road. Now lots of traffic are there on the network. Studying of data. Thank you, Vishal sir. So many. Sites are extracting, process, and illustrating large data. You're perfect, right? So it involves developing of recording, storing, and analyzing the data to effectively extract useful information. This is what is data science means. Okay, data science, we are going to study about the data, like you would have learned about biological science or physical science. In physical science we learn about measurements. Here in data science we are going to learn about the data. Say for example, if I'm going to give you a file of 10 lakhs of data, can you give me an insight about the data? It will probably take large time for you to go through every rules, okay, whatever it is there in the data, and you have to reflect it. In order to optimize this process, we move into data science. So what data science basically means, it involves developing methods, how we record it. Okay, so now I'm going to speak. You are all seeing through the YouTube channel, my channel, right? So whenever it's just all recorded, even after the session, okay, even after the session, you'll be able to see the video for lifelong. Okay, for lifelong you'll be able to see the session. So it is recorded, it is stored into my YouTube channel, and I at the end of this event I can do an analyzing of data. Okay, I can do an analysis of data, how many people have viewed it, and effectively extract useful information. So this platform is the best example. We record it, we store it, and after we complete the end of the session, I have my analytics of my channel. I will know how many people have viewed that channel, right? So the goal of the data science, okay, the goal of, yeah, we use in social distancing app also. Thank you, Varun sir. Lord, every application, if you take WhatsApp, lot of applications. If you take Facebook, lot of data science work has been done. If you take your YouTube, okay, how many of you see YouTube? When you see a YouTube, after you finish a video, can you see another recommendations on your right? Yes or no? Yes. Whenever you're watching a YouTube channel, you see a video. Okay, whether you're after you see a video, say for example you're going to see about data science using Python, parallelly are you getting other videos using data science using Python? Yes or no? Have you experienced it? Yes, thank you. So many of you have said yes. Thank you so much. Okay, so which means a lot of data science work can be done by YouTube, which tries to analyze what type of videos you're seeing, and it recommends you the next video which should be of useful to you. So the goal of data science is to gain insights and knowledge from any type of data, both structured and unstructured data. Okay, what is the main goal of data science? It is to gain insights and knowledge. Okay, you have to gain insights. What is about the data? And what is the knowledge about the data? It can be both structured and unstructured data, right? What is structured data? Can any one of you give me an example of structured data and unstructured data, please? Yes. Waiting for your answers. What does that mean, structured data, and what does that mean, unstructured data? Yes. Some examples of structured data. Yes, exactly. Divakar sir, Divakar Suresh. Yes, it's a database. Okay, it's a database. Arrangements of data. A school mark sheet. The best example. You have a structure like English, Tamil, Maths, Science, Social. Name of the student. The structure is the same, and we feed in our data. Right. The structure is the same, and we try to feed in our data. Right. A database. It could be an if you are going to have an Access database, or you're going to have an Oracle database, or whatever is your database, like MongoDB, whatever it is you're going to take. If it is having a structure, like as you have given the best example of school management system, like everything is structured, just we feed in our data. Now, can you give me an example for unstructured data? Just I want to get your, like one student detail structure, linearly arranged data, flat files. Thank you, Rashna, ma'am. So it is a flat file. Say, for example, if I want to do an analyzing of my Twitter, okay, I'm there in Twitter, I'm there in WhatsApp, I'm there in Instagram, I'm there in almost all the media, right? And every day I interact with people through that. Okay, yes, thank you. So if I want to do an analysis of a tutor, okay, for specifically, I don't know, we have done an analysis, like US has done an analysis during their election. Okay, people try to project their expected results on the tutor. So when I write, it goes and fetches, it crawls through the pages of the tutor, okay, on that specific region, and only a raw text, okay. Yeah, analog data is an unstructured data, voice data, yes. So unstructured data, maybe text messages, yes, thank you. You're all right, you're all doing very good. Happy to have you here, okay. Now, when they were trying to take, just crawl through the tutor, take some words, okay, just some words, okay, and then when they are trying to do an analyzing of that, then they were able to find that Hillary Clinton will won the election. But who won the election? Who won the election? It was won by Donald Trump. All right. So this is very raw data, a raw text file. So both structured and unstructured data can be used for data science. Why there is Python for data science, right? There's many questions, right? Why Python is used for data science? All right. So Python is one of the valuable skills, okay? It's needed for data science career. And it is, I tell you, I am into this research for more than 5 years, okay? So into the data science research. Before that, we was working with Java, and then when we started with Python, it is the best choice. Okay, it is the best choice. As they said, we have a company. I was working for engineering colleges for a decade as a professor and HOD. Yes, thank you, Vishal sir. It's Donald Trump. Okay. So I was working there for engineering colleges for a decade, and after which I thought we should start a research organization where there is, more importantly, work with large volume of data. And in CIRF, it's a Section 8 company registered under Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India. And here we have three criteria: education, research, and training. Mainly we do research on education, and also we educate people. A lot of researchers, even we are doing a couple of projects for companies. When they come with problems, we try to derive solutions. And here the most unique part of our company, we provide internship for students and also for faculties. You can check into my website, www.cirf.co.in. Okay, you can see the faculties, whatever the works that we do. Okay, so here predominantly we work with a lot of data science projects. Okay, so Python is the best language. Like when you see in 2016, like R on Kaggle was the platform used in 2016. In 2017, R on KD Nuggets was used for data science. In 2018, 66%, like more than half of of data scientists report using Python daily, because there is a lot of packages available. Okay, there is a lot of packages available, and it is one of it's the #1 language for analytics professional. Even I'll show you a demo of my own company analytics today, and you will be partakers of it. All right, thank you. So data science experts expect this trend to continue with the increasing development in Python ecosystem. See, where this is like maybe my 30 plus talks during this COVID-19 around for webinar. And every time people will ask me how to learn, how to do, how to start my career. There are a lot of opportunities, but the basics, what you learn should be very strong about Python. All right. Even the same question most of you will have. Okay. So data science experts expect this trend to continue with increasing development in Python ecosystem. So the journey to learn Python is more important. The average salary of data scientists, you can say, like $127,918. The good news, the number is going to increase. Okay, the experts at IBM, you know what is IBM, right? That's a bigger company. They work with a lot of data works. Okay, they predicted 28% increase in demand for data scientists in the year 2020. And it has been a prophecy, and it has been true. There is a huge demand throughout the world, okay, for who are data scientists. Now going into Python, okay. Most of you would have learned about Python. I have one doubt. Is Python used for data science, but algorithms are more different? Python has got a C, okay? It has got a C of algorithms. It is how you take an algorithm and you use it, okay? Python is a general purpose language. First, we saw about data science. You would have understood. The data science is for recording, understanding, and using, analyzing the information, and what is the best insights. The main use of data science is to gain insights about the data and to give a usable production or a usable output of that. Say, for example, if I'm going to take like 10 lakhs of people who are treated by a doctor. Okay, so if I go for each, it's not easy. But just if I feed into my machine learning model or into my data science for analyzing the data and visualizing it, I can see how many of them have recovered, how many of them have died. Is he a good doctor? Will I be able to do? Because when you go to a doctor, you go only on emergency. That time you cannot check all his pre files, right? All his pre files for how he has treated. Was it good? Was it not good? All right, those things cannot be done, right? But when we have a data visualization, okay, when you have a data visualization of your data, all right, then it is very easy to figure out your data. So I will show you some of the demos during the session. The syntax is very small. Okay, it's not like C, C++, Java. It is not at all so difficult. It's very easy, but still you should know how to use it. It's fun to work with Python, but allows you to think about the problem rather than focusing on the syntax. So why we go for Python is that even if you write your perfect logic algorithm, proper logic program in C, C++, Java, if you have a syntax error, then your program doesn't work. Here, there is not much headache with our syntax. Okay. There are other languages are also, like R is also used, but Go language. So there are different languages they use for data science. Yeah. We will be teaching you as and when we go, because we are starting with the introduction and then we teach you how to work in practicals also. I can show you a demo of it, right? It's fun to work with Python. We have to focus more on the problem rather focusing on the syntax. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Do you know why does the name Python came into existence? As lambda function is used, sir. I'm just asking you a question, waiting for your answers. What does that you think the word Python came for this language? During this time is you can also subscribe to my channel, click on the bell button. So whenever I come online, you will get a notification in your mail so that you can grab all my future lectures. I've been lined up for next 10 lectures. So you'll be able to get advantages of it. You don't know? Okay. Yes, Python is open source language, sir. You need not get it. Okay, I will tell you why does the word Python came into existence. Python is a very old language. Okay, it is created by Guido van Rossum. Okay, it is created by Guido van Rossum. He is the creator of this language. All right, he started designing this language in the year 1980s. And it was first released in the year 1991. Okay, the first release was there in 1991. In 1980s, he was working with an Amoeba distributed operating system group. Then he started writing a language, interpreted language called as ABC. Okay, ABC, if I ask you to ask, yeah, dynamically typed language, named after television channel, name of the research being done, yeah, I'll tell you about it. Thank you, sir, Sudeep sir. So it's he was working for this distributed operating system group. Initially, when we develop an operating system, only one language could be used. But now, anybody, our man or our milkwala, anybody can use the mobiles. Okay, there is no language. Okay, it's all more user friendly. All right, and he used this interpret. I know you should have known what is compilation. Like C, C++, and Java, they have compilation and then interpretation. But he started, he's the man. All right. So Gideon Van Rossum created a language called as ABC. If I ask anybody to write A to Z, I know you'll be writing all the letters, right? So he created this language, which was very easy. Okay. So and then it was not named after a dangerous snake. Okay, it is not named after a dangerous snake. He was reading this, he's a fan, okay, of this comedy series of late 1970s. Okay, so in 70s there was a comedy series called as Monty Python Flying Circus. Each of you, we have different ambitions of reading books. I don't know how many of you read books, how many of you don't read books. If you read books, some like crime, some like criminal, some like comics, some like adventurous. There is a different types. Okay, so here he was adapted as he was reading this book called Monty Python Flying Circus, and it's a general because from he enjoyed reading the book. Okay, he enjoyed reading the comedy series, and from which this name Python came into existence. Now it is being used in Intel. Okay, I don't know how many of you use Instagram. I use Instagram, right? So entire Instagram is developed using it's developed using Python, right? In Instagram, data science is used in the concept like AI and prediction. Yes, Vanshika ma'am. Data science, we're first analyzing our data. All right, and once we analyze our data, all right, and then we start moving on for a prediction on machine learning, deep learning. For everything, Python can be used. Sure. And now, Python is a very versatile language. There is no syntax over it. Okay, it's basically used for analyzing of data, and also it be used for building websites like Django is a web framework. I don't know anybody has worked in Django. Yeah, data science and data visualization used in data analysis like AI. Yeah, but all comes under the same umbrella. Before you go for data analysis, you should do your data visualization, right? I'll just speak about it. Like Instagram, okay, it's developed using Django web. If you know to work with the Django, okay, then there is a huge demand for you. Mozilla Firefox, okay, it is developed using Django, Pinterest, okay, even for maintaining servers, right? And it has like a web application, Django bottle. For scientific application, we use Orange, Skype, Numpy. Okay, and then for graphic, if you want to create your own gaming, then you can use packages like Pygame and Pandas 3D. Okay, so real-time application, Google uses a lot of applications that uses Python. I'll show you an example at the end of the session. All right, and then Dropbox. I know some of you will be using Dropbox. Okay, Instagrams. Okay, Mozilla. Yes, and Quora, okay, it's a social website, and Raspberry Pi and YouTube. I told you, right, when you see a YouTube, when you see the next recommendation system, which means there is a data scientist who is involved in analyzing your data, in recording your data, finding out your insights, and giving you the recommendations. Okay. So these are some real-time applications. So now to start off with, we are going to see about if you want to become a data scientist, what are the basic Python libraries that you need to use. All right. The second is what are the packages mainly. If you want, I told you if I'm going to have 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 50 lakhs of data also, okay, how I'm going to read the data, Okay, how I'm going to select and filter the data, how I'm going to manipulate the data, right? How I'm going to sort, group, rearrange. All right, and then we have to plot in our data, and we'll be seeing about a descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Now, to start off with, the main Python packages. Okay, it's called, this is very important if you're having a paper and a pen, or you can make a note of it. Okay, the main Python packages that you need to learn. Okay, you need to learn to become a data scientist. The first is, okay, what is Raspberry Pi? It's like a micro computer, microcontroller, you can say. You can code your programs using Python and feed into your Raspberry Pi. Okay, when you feed into your Raspberry Pi, then it should be able to automate, like switch on, switch off, lot of automate. It's like a kind of Internet of Things, sir. Venkatraman, sir. Yes. I'm happy to see most of your posting your questions, and I'm able to answer it, right? To the best of the ability, whatever I know. Okay. So Python libraries, basically, like Numpy. Okay, this is the first basic library that you should know. Like Numpy stands for numerical Python. I don't know, you should have learned about Laplace series, fast Fourier transforms. All these you need not code. There is a packages available. You just need to use it. You should know for what application, what kind of mathematical technologies that you need to use. Numpy, SkyPy, okay. SkyPy stands for Scientific Python. Pandas stands for Python for data analysis. I'll show you a demo of it. And Scikit-learn. Here and where in Scikit-learn, there's a huge, what do I say? There is a huge volume of algorithms are available for machine learning. Okay, if you want to train, if you want to have your model for machine learning, okay, how do you want to cluster your data, how do you want to classify your data, okay, if you want to do a regression methodology, if you want to validate your model that you've done, lot of applications, lot of algorithms are there in this, okay, or there in the Scikit-learn. How can we use Python and Linux OS? You need to just download. Okay, this is the website. I can show you the website. So python.org. Okay, this is your official website. Okay, this is the official website. Okay, what are the uses of pandas? I will show you, sir. So here, when you click on download, it's an open source. You need not pay anything. Any operating system you are using Windows, then you can download. If you're using Linux or Mac or any operating system, you can use. The latest is 3.8 version. The version is 3.8. Okay, 3.8.5, July 20. Can you see? Can you see how recent it is? Today is what date? Today is July 23, like 3 days before the latest version has been released, and it keeps releasing it, and you can use it. There is a lot of documentation where you can see about all the data about it. And I told you, like, there is a lot of packages available, which is called Python package index. Okay, this is the official site. Okay. Yeah, pandas is a Python library, sir. Using pandas, we use a data structure called as data frames, and using which we'll be able to transfer all our data into a different form, and then we'll be able to analyze it. So this is a package, okay. So this is a package where if you want to develop, or if you want to develop a package in the Django, okay. So you can select if you want to create a Thumberize, or if you want to have a deep serializer, or whatever application you can use. Okay, whatever application you want, you can try to use. If you want to create your own email, or if you want to create your own conferencing, sorry, if you want to create your own conferencing. So this here, you've got huge repositories of applications. These are the Python packages. You can try to use it, and according to your applications that you did. Okay, so now coming on to our packages. Okay, Numpy, SkyPy, Pandas is for data analysis, and most probably, most importantly, you need to visualize your data. That is more important. Okay, visualize your data, right? Visualizing your data is using Matplotlib and Seaborn. So most of you are repeatedly asking, and just show you. This is a Raspberry Pi. and Python. Okay. So this is about your Raspberry Pi. You can see it here. Okay. So if you see in the images, you can see lot of this is how your Raspberry Pi is will be like Pi 3, B plus, different versions have come. We have worked with certain versions, right? So you can write a program. You can write your program and then you can embed it. You can write your program using Python and transfer that program into this Raspberry Pi. So if you are going to write like this, and then I'll be able to push it into my Raspberry Pi. You can see that. Okay. There are many languages, but I generally use Raspberry Pi because we use Python for Raspberry Pi. This is about Raspberry Pi. Okay. So a lot of applications for teaching. There are all projects are going on. You can see to it, but you need to buy this. The latest is Raspberry Pi 4. Okay, it has all its content, the memory, the RAM, and whatever you want. You just need to plug into your laptop. You have to install an operating system called Raspberry Pi OS, and then Raspberry and OS, and then you can code it using Python and run. If I go into this, and it will be out of our syllabus what we are going to take today. Okay. Sometimes if install advanced versions, yeah, we don't have any problem in compatibility. You need to see through the documentation that is given. Okay, so what is data visualization? If I'm going to have large amount of data, I need to visualize my data. I have to see how my data are. Okay, I'll show you about a credit card fraudulent system also. For that, there are many packages. In today's class, I may show Matplotlib, Seaborn. If there is time, I will show you about Bokeh, B-O-K-E-H. Okay. So the first library is Numpy. I told, right, it is used for multi-dimensional arrays. Okay, whatever is the dimension of arrays. Okay. Whatever is the dimensional of your arrays, okay, and matrices, you'll be able to do advanced mathematical problems, mathematical and statistical operations on those objects. Okay, and many of the other packages are built on top of Numpy. Okay, Numpy, it stands for numerical Python. All right. Then what is SkyPy? Okay, sorting the data is data visualization? No, I'll tell you what is about data visualizing. Kindly wait. Okay, so SkyPy is a collection of algorithms. Okay, we have Numpy. On top of that, we have SkyPy. So what are the functionalities of Numpy will also be taken by SkyPy. But SkyPy provides additional functionalities. Like it has algorithm for linear algebra, differential equation, numerical integration, optimization, statistics. Okay, these are the basic two. This package is more important for data scientists, right? So adds a data structure. So whatever is my data, I told, right, you can work with structured data. You can also work with unstructured data. Whatever is my data, I can directly take my data into my pandas, and my pandas has got a specific data structure that is named as a data frame. Okay, that is named as a data frame. So if I'm going to take a CSV file, CSV stands for comma separated values. All right. If I'm going to take an Excel file, or if I'm going to take a normal text file, whatever is my data, I'll be uploading my data. It is structured or it is unstructured, it is okay. Okay, but I'm going to take it into my pandas. So that is a package that is provided for data analysis, right? So Python for data analysis. So when I take all my data into the data structure called as a data frame. Okay, the data structure is called as a data frame. So once I make that as a structure, I can reshape, merge, sort, slice, aggregation, group, and also allowing missing data. So missing data is more important. If I'm going to have a missing data, then it will be very difficult to start with my machine learning or deep learning models. Okay. So what are the different methodologies to handle with missing data is also given. Okay, Scikit, I told you, right, it provides the machine learning algorithm like classification, regression, clustering model. Okay, that is built on NumPy, SkyPy, and Matplotlib. And Matplotlib is also a two-dimensional plotting library. Okay, if you do a data set, you do an analyzing, you have done your modeling, you need to plot your data, because most of you can be researchers, you'll be writing different papers, because we've also written like in IEEE, ZMLC, where like Whaley papers or very standard publications, they need a good graph of that is what your results and performance evaluation of your paper, that plays a very vital role, right? So therefore, you can use Matplotlib. Okay, there is a set of functionality similar to this. Okay, you can have a line plot, you can have a scatter plot, you can have a bar chart, you can have an histogram, you can have a pie chart, you can have whatever charts you want, you can make it. And then the most advanced, like more than Matplotlib, the next advanced is CPON. Okay, it provides a high level user interface for statistical graphics. Okay, now I'll show you a set of applications, right? So I told you about pandas. Okay, can you all see my screen? Okay, I am having a data set like pandas tutorial. Pandas, I can show you. Yeah, this is my data set. Okay, I have a data set called as pandas tutorial read. Okay, it is about a date, the time, the read, which country, and what is their ID, the SEO soft, the search engine optimization, and from which country. So this is my data set. It's a normal CSV file. Okay, the CSV file. Yeah, I will be explaining about Matplotlib during my demonstration. Now, as I started with my demonstration, I'll be showing it. All right. So can you see here? I'm importing my Numpy. Numpy, I told you, it stands for numerical Python. Pandas for Python analysis. Okay. So I'm importing pandas as PD using my PD dot read CSV. So since my data set, okay, whatever is my data set, accordingly I need to use it. Okay. You can see here, if oops. This is how, so I'll show you. This is how you'll be importing your Python libraries. Okay, import numpy as np. It is given np. You can have np or whatever is your thing. SkyPy as sp you can have. All right, and then if I want as pandas, I will be importing pandas and importing Matplotlib and Siba. This is user friendly. These letters are user friendly. Whatever you want, you can change it, but you should remember understanding it. Okay. Say for example, if I'm going to read a CSV file, the same CSV file I've taken here. Okay, pandas tutorial. So I can show you. So if I have a CSV, because I've imported, can you see here, import pandas as PD. Okay, so I'm using the same variable PD dot read CSV because my data set is a CSV. Okay, if I'm going to have an Excel file, I'll be having read underscore Excel or read underscore if my data, okay, SAS. And also, I don't know how many of you work with big data analytics using Hadoop. If my file is in Hadoop, the distributed file system, then I will have my file.h file. So whatever is my data set, I'll be able to import it. For this example, I have taken a pandas tutorial, okay, read.csv. So I'm taking it. So whenever I run my program, it will be in star. Once it is done, then my line number comes. Okay. The next, now I'm going to read. I've read it. Now there are 1,794 rows and 6 columns. When I'm just going to give head off, it is going to give me my first 5 tuples. Okay. If I'm going to specify file dot, because all my variables I told, right, I'll be changing into a data frame. So the file, this variable has got a data type called as data frame. So from henceforth, I'll be using this variable, okay, file variable, to understand about my data. Okay, to understand like dot shape, file dot shape will give me about the size of the data. Okay, the rows and columns. Okay, if I'm just going to give without parameters, okay, then it will give me 5. If I want 10, I can give 10. If I want to give 15, I can give 15, and so much. Head gives me the first few rows, and tail gives me, if I'm not going to give any parameter, it will be just 5. Okay, can you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? But if I want to get last 10 rows, I can specify the numbers. If I'm not going to specify the numbers, then it will be default 5 rows will be taken. Say for both for head and tail. Okay, head and tail. Can you see? So this is we are trying to analyze our data. So these are some few functionalities. Okay. If I'm going to give file.columns, how many columns are there? Now I'll tell you how to rename the columns, because this is unstructured data which doesn't have a header, but I'll tell you during this session. And the next functionality like pandas allows is called as file.describe of. So file.describe of, what it does, it will take only my numerical value, because when you see in this data set, okay, when you see in this data set, only this has got numbers, others are all and this column has got numbers and this column has got numbers. So only the numbering column it will take, and it will count the mean, the standard deviation, the minimum, the 25%, 50%, 75%, and max. All right, so this is how it is done. All right, only for numerical values this functionality will work. Though I'm going to give my entire data set, all right, so I'm going to give my entire data set, but only the columns that has numerical values will be computed using describe. I'll show you a few more examples. Dot items, if I use dot items, whatever the variables are there inside, I told you, right? You remember what is the size of the data I showed you? 1794. So the numbers here are numbered between 0 to 1793. So this and this many columns. Now I told you my data set, okay, my data set here, we didn't have a header. We didn't have a header because it's a raw unstructured data. Just I took it into our pandas. With that is converted into a data type called as data frame. All right, the data called as data frame. And then here if you see, yeah, now I am going to rename the columns. Okay, I'm going to give a column name. So here I'm going to give pd.read_csv. Okay, there is a delimiter. When you could see clearly, it is not a CSV, but each and every column is being separated using semicolon. This you should be very careful only once you work with your data, right? Once you work with your data. Since here it is given as semicolon, all right. So I'm giving here, I'm using another variable article read, pd.read_csv of pandas tutorial_read.csv. The delimiter is semicolon. So I'm using this keyword. Can you see the keyword here? Names. So when I use names, I'm naming my columns. I repeat it. When I use my names, I am renaming my column. So my date time. So first column I'm renaming it is my date time. Then the event is read or write. Okay. And thank you, sir. And yeah, you will be getting a feedback links. Kindly on hold, please, right? And next is from, they have separated their country into different regions. So the next column header is country. And this is about the user ID from which source, whether they have got it from SEO, you know about Google AdWords, yeah, Reddit, and all such things. And from topics, okay, from which country, okay, from which place, the North American or South American, or it's about Africa, or it's about Europe, okay. So these are the columns. This is how my raw data I'm taking and I'm renaming it to be of the columns, okay. So if I give samples of, it will just take a few samples, all right. And here then you can see what are the columns. Okay, when I showed you the first columns, it was showing only the first tuple, right? Now whatever, so I can also see only a part of it. Okay, so if, say for example, if I'm going to take about if I want to buy a house, okay, in a particular place, if I'm going to take a database about the place, or it's a 2-bedroom, it's a 3-bedroom, the latitude, the longitude, the pricing, who was the previous owner, who was the previous owner, right? So many details will be there. But what is my objective? I want to group in such a way. I want to buy a 3-bedroom flat in this location and it should be of this price. If I'm going to query into like this, and I can use my data science too. So here I'm just grouping my data. It's not, I'm just slicing my data. I'm sorry, it's not grouping. I'm slicing my data here. Only the country and the user ID, or only here. Here is where I'm using my filtering technique. Can you see here in SEO? See here in so where it is in my source, it could be from Reddit. I don't know how many of you use Reddit. Okay, and then if it is SEO or AdWords. So I want to filter my data only with SEO. So my date time, the event, the country, the user ID, SEO, and only SEOs people are clustered. So out of my 1,700 and something, right? So only 346 rows. Okay. What is article rate? I'm just giving a variable, sir. It could be any variable. Once I rename a column, if you would have seen it clearly, once I rename a column here, I'm using a variable called article read. Okay, that is what this data can be overwritten. You can rename it to another file. Okay. Okay, thank you. So because after which I'm using my article read. So this where I left. Okay, this is where I'm filtering. I'm just filtering what is SEO. If I want SEO or if I want Reddit, whatever it is, I can do my filtering process. Okay, and then here I am grouping. Only I'm going to take country, and even in that country, here you can say I'm taking all the 6. Okay, even in that country, I want only user ID, topic, and country. Only 3 columns I can do. That also can be done. So when I'm going to use, if I'm going to use my weather forecasting, a huge volume of data will be received from my weather. I will not be able to use it. Okay. When I'm going to, ma'am, this data is overloading. No. Okay. I will scroll it slow. Okay. I will scroll it slow. Okay. So article read. Okay. Article read country. If it is 2. Okay. I'm going to take only 2. And my article topic, I'm going to do 2 joins. Okay. My country should be 2. And my topic should be only about Europe. So can you see how are we grouping our data? How are we filtering the data? And how are we trying to take only the data that is of our own use? Okay. So an article read.country equal to, I will go slowly. Article read.country is equal to 2. Then I'm going to take only country 2 and not all the columns, only user ID, topic, and country. Okay. Does sample on what basis does sample choose data? It is randomized. Whatever the amount I give, what is the amount of data I give, that sample values will be taken. Okay. So these are about what has been done. Okay. Now, so a lot of data visualizations can be done. Okay. I'll show you about Matplotlib. We have seen about pandas. So just I'm going to take Numpy and Matplotlib. I'm going to have these values. I can use an example of scatter plot. Okay, I'm just giving my random number between 0 to 1 and y-axis 0 to 1. N, I'm defining it with 1024 values. Can you see this is an example of scatter plot? Okay, I can also have an example of a bar graph, the contour mapping. Okay, the contour mapping could be done. I am sure a pie chart, a query chart if you're going to work with cyclone based data or anything with weather forecasting. You can have also a multi-plot. You can also work with polar axis. I'm just showing you what are the, and also you can work with the 3D axis also can be done. So a lot of data, only if you have data, you'll not be able to do it. If you have visualization of data, then it is okay for us to do it. I'll show, this is about, okay. This is about our Matplotlib. Lot of things can be done. Okay, then we'll be seeing about Seaborn. Okay, Seaborn is there, and then okay, I don't know whether we have time. So I'm importing Seaborn as SNS. Here, if you see in Matplotlib, I'm importing NumPy as NP. Okay, and importing Matplotlib PyPlot as PLT. And I'm using linspace. So equally it will distribute my values. np.pi will take the pi value and x-axis, and just I'm taking my x and y, and I'm just trying to have a sine curve. You remember learning about your sine curve, cos curve. Since I've used the function here as sine, I'm getting a sine curve. All right. So this is how, when I use a matplotlib, I'm using import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. Now the next example that we're going to see is about Seaborn. Import Seaborn as SNS. Now this is a data set. Okay, in SNS itself, like in Seaborn itself, they've got a lot of data sets. I'm going to take about, I don't know how many of you know about the Irish. What is Seaborn? Seaborn is also a data visualization. Okay, Seaborn is also a data visualization tool. Okay, most of you are telling I'm scrolling very fast. I'll make it slow. All right. So here I'm going to use iris is equal to sns.load dataset. Okay, sns.swampplot. This is about your swamp plot. So what species? Okay, this is the species Setosa, Vericosa, and Virginica. So the sepal length and petal length. So there are two parameters in the dataset. I'm using two parameters for the two graphs, which has been plotted using swamp plot. Okay, this uses the package called as Seaborn. Okay, this uses the package called as Seaborn. Okay, now the next thing, I'm going to take a Titanic data set. You know what is about a Titanic, all right? What is all about Titanic? So Titanic, how many of them survived, how many of them died, and what is the sex? Okay, I'm going to use a plot called as factor plot. Okay, can you see? I'm going to use a plot called as factor plot. I'm going to use why do we use matplotlib? We are using matplotlib for data visualization. So okay, so the first class, how many people traveled, second class, third class, how many people survived, how many people died, what is the sex, the male and female, everything. See, it's a huge data set, but I'm able to bring everything into one slide. Video is not clear. Is my video clear? Check it in StreamYard. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So here, again, I'm using Seaborn and Matplotlib. I'm trying to use both data visualization package. Okay, for using listed colored map. Okay, using listed colored map, and I'm trying to take just randomizing the variables. And can you see this is the plot that has been done? Okay. So a lot of visualization tools are available. So whenever you take a data, you need to analyze your data before we start working on getting insights about the data. Okay. The next thing that we are going to see is about exploring the data analysis of a student. This is done by one of our students. I told in CIRF, we give a training for students, and also how can we know that what we should use, what function, like when to use Seaborn. You can use both Seaborn and Matplotlib. Okay, there is nothing, but Seaborn output is more better than Matplotlib. Okay, yeah. Now, this is one of a student, right? He completed his internship and he took a data set. Okay, and here this is about the information of the data, like gender, the nationality, the place of birth, what is the education. It is from K to 12. What are the grades of the children? Okay, what are the sections? Each grade they've got 3 sections. Okay, what are the topics they learn, like English, Spanish, French? This is a benchmark data set. Okay, so they are in the first semester or in the second semester. Who's responsible for the parents, mom or dad? How many of the students have raised hands? So here in virtual learning, we are not raising hands. Whenever you get a question, you just try to post it, and I'm trying to answer it to the very best of my ability. All right, and how many of them answered raised hands? So that is numerical value between 0 to 100. Like, how many of you don't know, how many of you use Google Classroom? Like, if you use a digital classroom, how many of them are viewing your assignments? When I ask you for a discussion, like here we have got 300 plus people now. Okay, so some of you are into the conversation, some of you are okay, I don't know, it's about you. Okay, how parents are answering the survey, whether the parents are satisfied with the school, yes or no. How many times the students are absent, above 7 or under 7. All right, so the students are classified into numerical values. There are into 3 parts of students, whether they are low performance or middle performance or they are high performance. Okay, so again I'm using import pandas as PD. data is equal to pd.read underscore csv. Okay, I'm going to take the data set. So this is my data set. I showed you, right? Like data that head of what is the gender, what is the nationality, which place, the lower grade, which section, okay, which topic, which semester, who, what is the relation, how many times is the particular student, the first student, how many times they have raised hands, okay, and then how many times they visited the resources that we have posted, okay, and how many announcements, how many discussions, parents answering survey, the school satisfaction, okay, how many times the students under 7 means the student is mostly they are absent, okay, above 7 means the students absenteeism, they are not absent, and classes, the middle class, middle level learners, or low level learners, or high level learners, okay. So the same thing what I showed you in that pandas, I'm showing it here with you. And here, how with a particular data set, how are we seeing it now? I'm using Seaborn and Matplotlib. So with one graph, can you see here, just with one graph I'm able to find the male and female, okay. You should have seen how many number of people are there into this data set. All right, so male and female, okay. Male, how many of them are middle learners, how many of them are low learners, how many of them. So when I see this graph, I can see female students, we have got more students who are high level learners, and in male, the male gender, boys, they are middle level learners, okay, middle level learners. So with one data set, I'll be able to see in sections, okay, in sections, like A sections, there are more middle class students, middle level students in B and C in almost all the classes, and also I can see in C section the high level learners are low in almost in all the grades from 1 to 12, okay. And now with the place of like father and mother relationship, middle level learners, low level learners, so we taken the class as the target value, and we have used this count plot, okay, we have used count plot for this. All right, and coming for the place of birth, like how many students are there, like 180 are from Kuwait, it's an international school, okay, 170 Venezuela, Libya, Iran, just it takes the count. I'll just slowly go up and then find out, yeah, the columns are 12. So here we have a data set of 480, okay, from out of 480 students, okay. Ma'am, we should function by using you can use Matplotlib, you can use Seaborn, you can also use Bouquet, okay. So I'll come here from where I left, okay. So I can also use cross tabs, okay. Cross tabs like high level learners, lower level learners, middle level learners. In Arabic, how they are, how many count, okay. In 16 people are there. So in one just view, I'm not going into all the 460, but still I'm able to get an insight about it. And then you can have your own inference about the data set. Okay, like lot of visualizations can be done. Okay, now I'll show you a live demonstration of how analytics is being done. Okay, this is about the cross tab. Okay, at last onto my entire thing, I'm just seeing, so middle learners are more in this particular school, high level learners are little less, low level learners are of a little percentage. Okay, so I told you we have this is my company's website, like CIRF dot co dot in. Okay, this is my company's website. Okay, so every day I don't do an analysis, okay, how my website is reachable, okay, how I have set my Google Analytics. I don't know how many of you now, be ready, don't open my website, I'll tell you and give you a time. Okay, we have done a Google Analytics and kept. Okay, so I've designed in my website because we have providing course for digital marketing, we provide course for data science, for machine learning, for deep learning. We also help PhD scholars to develop their own projects. They come with a problem definition, we sit with them, and then they find solution to their own problems. Okay, to their own problems. So I've done my Google Analytics. I will show you how Google also uses a lot of Python. Okay, it uses Python to do their analysis. So I'll just show you a real-time example, and then you will understand. Okay, then you will understand. So now, yeah, 2 of you are viewing my website. I can see from that. Okay, if I click on my audience, okay, if I click on my audience, all right, I can see, I can define, see, I'll just zoom little bit. From July 16th to July 22nd, I'm getting an information how many of them have visited my website. So it's 56 users, and 10 are returning users. I'll be one of the returning users. Mostly I visit my website. I can also do my analysis from June 1st. Okay, from June 1st to July 22nd, how many of them have viewed my website? 622 people have viewed my website, and 72 are returning users. And in addition, I can also see from which country, right? Like mostly I have my target audience are from India, which is 538. I have set of people viewing from US, 58 in Oman, in China. I don't know, this country has not been set, in Algeria, in Arab, in Canada, in Switzerland, and Turkey. I'm not doing any analysis, but I can know, okay, I can know how many people are seeing my website. Now I want the participants. Okay, we have got like 350 plus participants viewing it right now. I'm going to go for the real-time analysis. I'm going to go to my real-time analysis. Now, using your mobile, you can open up. Okay, you can open up using a mobile or laptop, whatever it is, www.cirf.co.in. So when you come into the website, there will be an increase in this number. You could be in any place in the world, but whenever you come, no, by refreshing, it doesn't move, but as in when you get connected, like 3 people are using their websites. They're using their desktop to view my website right now. And I can see 2 of them are just in the home page and 1 person is in the intern page. I wish other participants also to just quickly open my company's website. It is www.cirf.co.in. As and when you click, the count will increase. See, now it is increased to 7. First it was 3. I don't do any analysis, right? But I've set my analytics in such a way, like when people are starting to visit my website, I will know like 55% are using desktop and 45% are using mobile. And I can also see from which place how many of you are viewing my website. In Chennai, there are 7 users. In Vijayawada, there is 1 user. And in Bangalore, there is 1 user. And from Kochi, there is 1 user. Now I'm getting 1 more user from Bangalore. Yeah. In Salem, from Salem, there's 1 user. In Chennai, the users are increasing. Yeah. We need to set up our Google Analytics. That's again a huge course that we provide in our company. If you're interested, you can see some of them are in the intern page, 3 of them are 2 of them in the home page, and 1 in the implant page, and 1 in the people page, and 22 of you. Now, right now, I've got 30 people viewing my website. Yes. Yeah, during this time, kindly go, once you open it, see about my website, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Maybe on 27th, I'm again giving a lecture on how to work with data analysis using COVID-19 data analysis, right? COVID-19 data set. So that will be of good use for you. And I'll be giving a series of talks. Okay, I've been bundled for the next series of talks. So whenever I come online, kindly subscribe my channel. Go to the YouTube of what you're viewing. Just click the subscribe button and also click the bell button. So the reason behind clicking the bell button is that whenever I come online, you get a notification in your email, so that if you're free that time, you can join in the session, which will be of use to you. So to the best of my ability, yeah, I can see like 33 are there. Now I've got 51 people. Oh, one of you are viewing from Lucknow. Good, sir. 1 from Vijayawada, 1 from Kochi, and a lot of people from Chennai. Chennai. Okay. And from Bangalore, 8 people, amazing. And from, this is Salem, I think. And Salem, there is 1. Yeah, it's increasing. So this is the time given for you. Yeah, I'm very fast. Is it? Thank you. I'll try to slow down. Excited. Thank you. Very useful sessions. Thank you. I've got a lot of things to speak. I've got a wine data analysis, but I'll see when if I have time, I'll try to show. So this you're experiencing hands-on how data science is so powerful. I don't have any of your mail IDs. I don't know from where you are seeing, but I can get an analysis that these many people from these many places are viewing it. We have got 350 plus people, but only 57 has come in. I'm just waiting. If others also, just use your mobile, click on the home button if you're using mobile, go to open a browser and just click www.cirf.co.in. You could have your laptop, you could have your desktop, you can have your iPad or whatever it is, mobile, anything is useful. Thank you, Sujata ma'am, you're from Erode. Thank you. Thank you. So I just want to give you a hands-on experience so you will understand how analytics is so powerful, and that's the power of data science. Python for data science. Yeah, you can locate internationally also. If you have some, like in the starting, we had some participants from Indonesia. If the participant is still there from Indonesia, can you just connect it because they introduce themselves? They're from Indonesia. Yeah, anywhere in the world I can find them, because many people, any international people here, yeah, we do provide online internship for engineering students. It is going on now because we take only less number of students. Okay, if you're really interested, okay, you can join in our company. We give you training, like for engineering students, like every semester break we give them training, like first year, second year, third year, and the entire final year the students will start doing their projects on their own. Okay. Yeah, we provide online internship also. You can be in anywhere in the world, you can get your internships. Yeah, Germany as well. Oman too, yes. Yeah, anywhere you can get, because at Vijayawada we have 1 person, Visakhapatnam. Yeah, Tripur. Yeah, Coimbatore. Yeah, next session of mine is for Coimbatore College, 27th. Yeah, I'll show my company details. This is my company details, Computational Intelligence Research Foundation. You can see about, basically we work for making students industry ready. This is one part of it. Basically we work for companies to find solutions to problem. Yeah, you can view this. This video will be always online. Okay, this video will be always online. I will not delete the video, right? So here last week we completed this session on July 13th to 17th. This is for teachers, right? By this COVID time, we were able to, where can we find the details? So you can send a mail, okay? Send a mail regarding your internship details, probably by the next week. Okay, an internship registration link will be there on my website. Okay, by the next week the internship registration link will be there. Okay, and during that time you can fill it up, and we filter the students who are really interested. There are 2 internships that we provide. If you clear the entrance, then you'll be doing your projects. We just give you the guidance. Or if you want to learn about, like data science and machine learning, this is about the course details. So you can click on that, you'll get about it will be each hour. Just I gave you an overview how it has been done. During the session I'll be online with you, and your screen will be shared. You can also see my screen. Okay, at the end of that I'll give you a project to work with benchmark data set. And this is about the first level of 10 hours course, and this is about the next 10 hours course on machine learning. You can take the course fee is only about the hours that you take. It is not like So if during the hour, if you learn more, then you'll be able to learn more. Okay, this is about my website link. I'll show you. So these are my talks. Like I started in April 13, 14, more than 500 participants they learned. And most of my talks, whenever I come online, this for Jerusalem College, I did on May 7th. Okay, for the data analysis and visualization of COVID-19. This is for the Python machine learning. And these are the talks I've given only during this COVID-19 on cyber forensics. All right. And we have completed a 10-hour machine learning course also. Okay, machine learning course. Can you see here? Online hands-on course. A lot of people, they joined and they are benefited through it on image processing. And following today's seminar and previous 2 seminars, I had webinars. So that will be posted here. This I gave on AI and robotics. Yeah, KDD 99 said, yeah, you can do an analysis. How can we join our course? You can send what's the duration of the internship. It's the hourly duration. Basically we give for 6 months, okay, to do your projects, or 3 months or 1 month according to your expectations, right? How much because we help you to give you a data set and train you to find the problem. You have to come with your problem definition. If you find difficulty in finding a problem definition, we help you in finding it out. You can join the course. Okay, the link will be given here. You can send a mail. I'll share my details. So we have seen about Numpy, pandas, Matlab Plotlet. I'll show now, maybe at the end of the session. If you want to take a screenshot, this is my mobile number, mail ID, email, whatever is your queries for internship, or if you want to get yourself trained, you can get in your data, right? Okay. Sure. If you send me a mail, Jampala, I will send you about the internship details, right? So we provide for web internship, website development, big data analytics, data science using Python. Okay, I'll come. Yeah, we do help on research works too. Okay, we have a couple of PhD scholars. We train them and they develop their projects on their own. Okay. Now, and we will come. I want to show you the main concept today about the Titanic data science. Okay, after 12th, can we do the course? Yes, definitely. Even school students are doing the course on Python. After 12th also, you can do a course. Lot of online courses we offer. Okay, we work on data science is one course, machine learning is one course, digital classroom is another course. Yes. Okay. Now we'll see about Titanic data set, how it will be used. Okay, and what are the packages we have seen. Okay, and during which the break, will you help school students? Yes, definitely we help school students also. A lot of online courses we are giving. You can send in your details to my mail ID with your specification. We'll surely revert back to you. All right, now before we close on, we have got next 10 minutes. This is the most important time. Okay, during this time, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button. If you like this session, give a like to this video, and after the end of the session, you can give your feedback in the comments box. The comment box will not be live during the live session. Once the live session is completed, the comments will be there. That is the best takeaway that I could take away, and that will be a boosting for others to see. You can give your feedback in the comments box. Now, yeah, feedback link. Yeah, we provide Python certification course too. Okay. Like a lot of questions are coming, I'll definitely try to answer to you. But now I'm going to show you how data science is so powerful for Titanic data set. I know everybody knows about Titanic. What is Titanic? What is the incident of Titanic? Yes? No? Yes, before I get my results. So first is data analysis and data wrangling or data mangling. All right? Yeah, is my voice here? Yeah, thank you. So import pandas as PD. and NumPy as NP. Okay, and I'm using my random. Okay, I'm using another functionality called as package called as random. I'm using Seaborn as another package. Okay, and then the next I'm taking Matplotlib like PyPlot as this for visualization, this for data analysis or data wrangling. That you know, that is munging, or we have to clean up our data. Okay, and I told you if there is missing data, then your machine learning algorithm will not work. Yes, Titanic ship. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. So here I'm going to show you about different models. Okay, the linear model, logistic regression model using support vector machine, ensemblers. I'm going to use a random forest classifier, the k-neighbor classifier, Gaussian naive Bayes, okay, Gaussian naive Bayes, perception, okay, the SGD classifier, the decision tree classifier. So I have my data set as train and test data set. I've got two data sets here. This is my train data set. I'm having two data sets, like training data set and testing data set. You can also split it out. If you could watch my videos on machine learning and deep learning, there I should have told you how to split our data into training and testing, and you can see about it and you can revert back. Or if you have got any doubts even during the session, a lot of videos are available in my channel. Kindly view to it and you'll be getting more insight. So the passenger ID, 0 means the passenger died. Okay, 1 means he survived. What class? There are 3 classes. Okay, first, second, and third class. And what is the person's name? The person who traveled in Titanic. What is the sex? Whether it is a male or a female. Okay, whether he had siblings, what ticket, what fare, cabin, whether it is embarked. Okay, so this is my training set. This is my testing set. So I'm going to take. Oops, I closed it. Just a second. I'll again reopen it. No problem. Yes, certificates, internships, or certified courses. Internship or that's why I told you can also search in the net. What random means? If you want to randomize my variable, I'm using my package called random. All right. I'll come down, just wait. So this is about my train data set and my test data set, and I'm combining both my training and testing data set. So this variable will have both my training and testing data set. All right, and print, I'm just trying to print only the value. I showed you the data set, right? The passenger ID, whether they survived, what class they traveled, what is the name of the passenger, what is the sex of the passenger, what age, whether he had sibling pass, the ticket, the fare, okay, and then a cabin or embarked. Okay, which features are categorical? So these are categorical values, these are continuous values. Okay, which features are categorical, which is numerical. So one major point when you work with data science for analysis, you should convert all our categorical values into numerical values. There are a lot of packages available. Even that I should have described more on my machine learning talks that I've given here. Okay, so here I told you from the data set I'm taking my head, I'm taking the tail, so 890 passengers, right? So I'm going to contain whether there is blank or or empty values. So I'm going to figure it out whether there is any empty values. Okay. Check stream, yeah, no? Yeah. So I'm describing, I told you, right, when I describe, all right, when I describe, only the numerical values would be taken for descriptions. Okay, so I'm counting how many unique values. So 891 passengers are there. All right. So sex, we have only 2, either the male and female. How many tickets? Okay, unique tickets, because some of them have got siblings. So these are the things, and analyzing by pivoting the features. Okay, so I'll show, if I showed you in the other example how we group, how we filter. So here I'm grouping by P class. Okay, which class they belong to and what is the value, the mean value they surveyed. Okay, which class. So here I can see lot of survived people were on the first class people. Okay, are the first class people. Okay, I'll zoom the screen, sir. Okay, and then how many siblings? Okay, what is the main of it? So now analyzing by visualizing the data. So here infants less than 4, they had a high survival rate. Age 80, they survived. Oldest passenger who survived. So all these analyses are taken from a particular data set, the facet. Okay, how many survived? So I can see here 80. These are people who died. After 60 or some 63, people have not survived. Can I see here? Like in 80, there is one person who survived using the same original data set. And here I'm correlating the how many survived in which class. So I'm just getting pre-class 1 survived, the second class, and the third class. So I can see the first class people are mostly survived, which is less and very less. Okay, that 80-age man is in the first class. They've sent you the feedback? I don't know. Yeah, you can put on the feedbacks. Okay, the feedbacks will be given, surely, don't worry, and time will be given to you. Okay, and how many embarked? Okay, in which classes? So this is about your data visualization, which is more important. Okay, before we start, and I told about data wrangling. So whatever it is not necessary, like ticket, cabin, and all, it is not necessary. I'm dropping the data which is not necessary. And since I have my own data set of both training and testing, okay, so I'm taking who are male, who are female, Miss, Mrs., Reverend. So whatever is the title, there's one captain and two and countless Don, the doctor. So whatever is it, the lady, major, master. Can you see all these are very important, right, for data sets and combined? All right. Yeah, the feedback link is posted on the live chat. You can take it out. Okay, and now we are converting a categorical values into numerical values. If I give into my system like male and female, it will not understand. If I give female as 1 and male as 0, it will definitely understand. Okay, it will definitely understand. So here we provide yeah, and I'll come to the end of it, how we combine the data sets. All right, this is not more important. I'll come to the algorithm now. Okay, so here I have my training data set and my testing data set. Okay, so because due to lack of time, I'm just going to the end of it. I have a lot of things to discuss, but pretty well, what is more important? Yeah, this is more important. Yeah, yeah. See, can you see here? These are the models that we are going to use it. So before that, I have my testing data. Okay, my testing data. Can you see all the variables are in numerical? Okay, and this is about my training data. So I have got two data, training data and testing data. Okay, I'm going to give my training data. So I'm going to model using different models, right? Logistic regression is a supervised learning because I know about the column header, the k neighbors, and the support vector machine. All right, and then the naive Bayes classifier. So X train, I'm going to use the new train. I'm dropping whatever is needed, whatever is not. So train, X train, data, and the target, and my data. Okay, so I'm going to give my, see, I'm going to use this functionality, logistic regression. I'm going to give both my training data. I'm going to predict using my testing data, and I'm going to find the accuracy. Okay, I'm going to find how accurate it is, and so, and the correlation. Okay, and the correlation of it for logistic regression. The second, I'm trying to use the support vector machine. Okay, the support vector machine and the training data, and I'm predicting, I'm finding the accuracy here, which comes to 82. And next I'm using k neighbor classifier. I'm defining my neighbor as 3, and my functionality, the accuracy comes as 83. What is predicted by k neighbor classification, whether they survived or died, is 83% correct. Next I used the Gaussian neighbors and train and test. All right, and then the next methodology, the linear SPCE, and I'll show you an SDD is used. Finally, decision tree and random forest. So when I evaluate, so one data set I'm evaluating with many algorithms, And from this, can you tell me which algorithm has given the best result? Can you put on the chat session? Which machine learning model has given the best data set, the best accuracy score, the best and the worst? Yeah, waiting for the answers. Yes. Yeah. So I can tell you the best score is received by random forest and decision tree, and the least score is by Preston. So I can tell for this data set, these two models are of good use. Okay. When I tell these two models are of good use to do a data set. So in today's session, so this is about my details. You can get in my details. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir. So yeah, decision tree. So thank you for the session. So we started to this session about what is data science, what is Python, then Python for data science. You saw how the name data Python came into existence, wherever the applications is there. Then we saw about Numpy, SkyPy, Matplotlib, pandas, Seaborn, and then we saw about something on Google Analytics. I showed you a demonstration of pandas. I showed you a demonstration of Seaborn. All right, and a plentiful of things. And at the last, we should please conduct one session on facial emotional recognition using deep learning. Sure, it can be done. In my channel, there is a one more session called as object detection. That's a very good session. When you go to my YouTube channel, okay. Object detection is there. I've done it using OpenCV. Sure, for NLP, I'll be able to do it because we have done a lot of projects in NLP also. In NLP, a lot of things can be done. This is my channel. You can see the Dr.Doreen Robin will be my channel. I can share my channel link on the live chat. This is my channel link. Okay, this is my channel link. Okay. And I've shared my addresses also with you. So today's session we are going live on, and if you click on the video session, you will be able to see a couple of videos. And one of you asked for object, right? You have asked for object. So this video you can see to it, and a lot of sessions are there. You can check it out, and it will be of good use to you. I've shared my details with you, and once again you can see, okay, my details. You want to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot of it, and all my details are available in my website also. Now over to the organizers. I think this should be of good use. The sessions could be of good use for you. Thank you, sir. Over to Bhaskar sir and Dinakar sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
Welcome.
for your informative and wonderful session. You shared excellent information about data science using Python. You have given wonderful answer to all questions raised by the participants. Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Mr. K. Nagaran, Assistant Professor, CSE Department, and coordinator of this webinar to deliver the vote of thanks.
எல்லா புகழும் இறைவனுக்கே. First of all, I would like to thank God for giving this opportunity. Thank God. I would like to thank our chairman, Honorable
But this audio is not clear. Maybe some network issue.
Yes.
But this audio is not clear.
and
Yes, sir.
Shall I start now?
stay home.
Yes, sir. You can start.
Can anybody hear?
It's time.
எல்லா புகழும் இறைவனுக்கே. First of all, I would like to thank God for giving this opportunity. I would like to thank our Honorable Chairman, Honorable Secretary Administration, Honorable Secretary Academic and Finance, and our beloved Principal. I would like to thank our today's speaker, Dr.Doreen, who has given a wonderful session today. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thanks
sir.
for giving your valuable time, ma'am. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
accepting our invitation. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
I would like to thank our coordinator, Mr. K. Vijay Bhaskar, Associate Professor of CSE Department, and my faculty colleagues, all class advisors, my dear students, and other college participants. Thank you all. Stay home, stay safe, save India. Keep learning, take care, have a nice day. Thank you, one and all.
Welcome, sir.
Okay.
Welcome. Thanks.
But formally, we close the meeting.
Yes, sir. Thank you all. Thank you, participants. I've shared all my details. Wishing you all a happy day. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.